Some sellers think advertising their home on a major website is enough. Is it really? The truth is, smart marketing can mean the difference between an average result and a premium sale. Today on Worth the Waite, I'll break down exactly what works, how much you should expect to invest, and how to make sure your property gets the exposure it deserves. Looking to stay ahead in the Beenleigh Eagleby property market? Want to get local insights from someone who knows this community inside and out? Then you've come to the right place. I'm Benjamin Waite, and welcome to Worth the Waite, Beenleigh Eagleby's local property podcast, where we'll be diving into everything you need to know about real estate right here in our beautiful region. What is marketing? When agents say marketing, what do they mean? Well, there's advertising, of course, and typically it's realestate.com or domain. They're the line, they're a duopoly in the market. There's a couple of other websites, but typically that's where the majority of the buyers are shopping. So that's the advertising. There's also social media. That's playing a larger role in advertising a property, especially in off-the-plan sales or project marketing. Project marketing is where an agent will be marketing a apartment building or a townhouse or a land subdivision. That's a project that they're advertising. But there's still so much other things that go into marketing. A good agent will craft a marketing campaign for you, and a strong marketing campaign will have a good marketing mix, a mix of different mediums. It'll also be about the messaging. It'll also involve price tactics. It'll involve crafting and selling a story around your property. This is a good agent. I get asked all the time, why don't you pay for advertising? Or why does the agent pay for marketing? Well, you've got the asset, obviously. We've got the service. We've got a lot of the infrastructure to be able to provide and service the buyers. But ultimately, we don't get paid unless a property sells. So our investment is all of that time, all of the overheads that we've got, the staff that we have, and then your investment in the process is the advertising. So we've spent a lot of money in setting up the software, setting up the infrastructure and the systems to be able to deliver a really strong and streamlined service to the buyer to ultimately reward us back in a higher price. Your role is to help us in presenting your property nicely, and also paying for the opportunity to get us out there in front of people. So what does a marketing campaign cost? Well, it differs between region and region. In kind of the Beenleigh and Eagleby area, again, it differs because it depends on what type of subscription or platform that you're on with realestate.com and domain, but also which photography you use, if you use a professional one, or please don't use your own. Or it also, if you get floor plans, if you get drone footage, how many drone shots you get, if you get walkthrough videos, if you get a really raw walkthrough video, or if you get a really premium one where the agent's standing at the front and is kind of showing off the property. It depends on property specific. Auctions are also a little bit more expensive because you've then got an auctioneer, which would typically cost about $600, give or take. Some people also like to put a coffee van off for that first open home, or they might want to target the marketing campaign to a specific area or region of buyers. Let's say that you're in an area where the Chinese market is very dominant. You'd probably put a specific Chinese campaign on as well as to the English-speaking community. So the marketing campaign is multi-layered and really should fit to the target audience. In our area, for the most part, marketing should cost between $2,000 to $4,000, depending on the property price and also kind of what features you want to get into the marketing campaign. When you're comparing agents and their marketing packages, make sure you're comparing apples with apples. There are different subscriptions within realestate.com and domain, and also within social media. So an agent might be telling you, hey, yeah, we'll get you on realestate.com, but there could be a $200 listing, or there could be a $2,000 listing just on realestate.com. The difference with that and you discuss this with your agent and make sure that you're comparing apples for apples. But some of the things around the cheaper price point versus the more expensive price point is that you'll go on a rotation every 14 days. As more properties kind of come in, you get popped down the bottom and you can rotate back. The cheaper ones won't do that. The cheaper ones will have smaller tiles. You'll have less recognition online. There'll also be no retargeting. So retargeting is where a buyer is shopping on realestate.com, then they leave to another website, and then we retarget your property to that buyer on other websites. You're on you're off location almost advertising. So again, those cheaper packages don't do that. There's also EDM or email direct marketing. There's direct mail as well. So a lot of those subscriptions with some of the more premier agents like LJ Hooker do have these fixed into the price of the campaign. These aren't to be ignored. They absolutely make a difference. And what it does is it's a great opportunity to phase the launch. So you have a fantastic phase for the first few days, which the property stands on its own 2 feet because it's new to the market. Then what you do is you then have the social media kick in, which will then bring a new cohort of buyers to the listing that haven't already seen it. And then you have an email that goes out to everybody that within their search criteria, based on their behavior, their online behavior, that would suit your property that haven't actually seen it, will get taken over to your property. So we could be talking with these premier packages, you could get another 1,000 eyeballs that are genuine motivated buyers on your listing that the cheaper ones don't have. It's all about competition. The more inquiry, the more competition, the higher the price. When you scale it down, it's quite simple, but the marketing campaign is designed to stimulate inquiry to we can then create competition from. There are opportunities to create a bespoke marketing package. Love to discuss that with you. We can unpack all of that. But ultimately, the rule of thumb is strong inquiry, great competition, strong negotiation. Before you list, make sure you have a marketing plan tailored to your home's ideal buyer. Every property is different, and the right strategy can mean the higher sale price and a faster result. If you're thinking about selling, want to know more about a specific strategy designed for maximum impact, get in touch with me, LJ Hooker Beenleigh, or visit benjaminwaite.com.au. Thanks again for tuning in to Worth the Waite. And remember, when it comes to real estate, it's always worth the wait. Thanks for tuning in to Worth the Waite. If you enjoyed the podcast, please be sure to share it with a friend, and don't forget to hit that subscribe so you won't miss an episode and all my local property tips, updates, and insights. Until next time, I'm here when you need.